Ryan, what we got on the menu, man?
You know what? I figured we'd go big right out the gate. So right now we've got, first one up, we are going to do a Tomahawk ribeye. So the cool thing is like I would always say, get to know your butcher. Butcher is the key to this. So get to know your butcher. You can get in, you can tell them exactly what you want. Because we're cooking on a couple different of the Weber grills today. We've got a small little camp style stove. So we're not, this thing actually started out, you can see where they cut it. This thing started out about how long?
It was at least another 2 or 3 inches.
Yeah, so yeah. It was massive. It's about 3 inches thick and it's about 3 pounds. So this is going to be a feast. And the cool thing about this is you can actually feed your family on this. So, and we'll kind of walk you through how we're gonna actually slow cook it. Due to the thickness, if you try to just sear this off, you're gonna get where it's gonna be burned on the outside, super raw in the middle. So we're actually gonna slow smoke it, and then what we call reverse searing. And that's where we cook it evenly all the way through. And then when it gets about 10 degrees below your desired temp, then we're gonna take it off. We're gonna add a little buttery goodness to it, let it rest for a little bit while we get the grill really hot. And then we'll go in and actually sear it. All right, so we're gonna use a couple different grills today. For the Tomahawk ribeye, we're actually gonna use the Weber Go Anywhere grill. And what we've got is, we've just got some basic Royal Oak lump charcoal. So what we try to do is stay away from anything where you have to use lighter fluid. Just a lot of times it's gonna like kind of pass on to the flavor of the meat. So all we did was we grabbed, you've got the Weber chimney starter, put the lump charcoal in it, a little something underneath it, lit it up, give it about 5 minutes. Once those coals turn nice and gray, then we're gonna go ahead and get the meat going. So what we like to do is, the key to at least big pieces of meat is you really want to kind of bring them up to room temperature. So what we'll do is we'll get the grill going, we'll take the meat out of the fridge, let it sit on the counter, go ahead and season it up. And something as big as this bad boy like needs a lot of seasoning. And so like Corey was saying, we've actually, when we originally started, it was a barbecue catering business, and we've even started a line of barbecue seasonings as well. So this one is our, it's called our brisket, Kunami, and SPF combo. We've taken 3 of our most popular rubs, put them all together in one. And what it does is it gives it a nice salty, spicy, and sweet flavor. Because this meat is so thick, we want to go super, super heavy on this. So we're gonna go, the idea is to get a nice crust. So you want to get all sides of it. With something like this, you're not going to get a lot of that flavor on the inside, so you want to go really, really heavy on the out just to build up that bark, build up that crust. You can also, for presentation, if you want to keep it like really, really clean, this bone, you can take a piece of like a wet paper towel, wrap it around with a little bit of aluminum foil. That way that bone won't burn. All right, so we've got the meat is seasoned up. It's been sitting out on the counter for about an hour. You could even go a little bit longer with something as big as this, hour and a half. The idea is to actually just kind of bring it up to room temp, so you're not putting a super, super cold piece of meat on the grill. While it's been out resting, we got the coals going on the Weber, and they're actually starting to cool down now. All right, the cool thing about camping is just relaxing, right? So reverse searing is a perfect way to kind of be able to do that. We've got the steak. It's up to room temperature. It's already been seasoned up. A couple key things that you need. Meat thermometer is perfect, especially when doing beef or chicken, just to make sure you get your temps right. So we're using a Thermopin. Any meat thermometer, this is an instant read, so anything you can use that's pretty quick and accurate is definitely what you want. So we've got the Weber. The coals have been able to chill a little bit. Ideally, you want it as low as possible. That way you're just slow cooking the meat. Something this size with a grill that's around 250, 275 degrees is going to take you anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes. And just remember, it can always vary just based on size and the grill temp. So we're going to set it on there. We get a little bit of sizzle. and we're gonna set it and forget it. So we're gonna let it go for, I would let it go for about 20-25 minutes, even 20 minutes, and then we're gonna flip it once just so it kind of evenly cooks all the way through. And then when it reaches that 120, 122 degrees, we're gonna pull it off and let it sit. All right, steak is up to about 122 degrees. What we're gonna do is we've taken it off. The Blackstone is actually cool right now. We're gonna actually add a little bit of butter to the top just while it's resting, and a little bit more seasoning. So we've got the combo rub we're doing again. We're just gonna add that to the top of it. Then when we go to sear it off, we're actually gonna flip it, and all that butter that's been kind of melting on there, it's just gonna help create a beautiful crust. All right, we've got the steak resting. We put the butter on top, a little bit more seasoning. We had some of that leftover bacon grease here on the Blackstone. Because we have such a huge piece of meat, I put a little bit more. This is just unsalted sweet cream butter. We typically always use unsalted, that way we can kind of control the level of salt. All right, we've got the Blackstone super hot. The meat's already rested. It's been sitting for maybe 5-10 minutes just to kind of chill out a little bit. We had the butter on top, a little bit more seasoning. So now we're gonna take it. We decided to sear it on the Blackstone. I think just that flat top with such a huge piece of meat will just provide an even, oh yeah, you can hear it, provide an even crust. So here we go. I wish you guys could smell this. It's insane. The mix of the bacon, the butter, red meat, and seasoning, like, it's absolutely perfect.
Can I tell you how happy I am we're doing this video?
Yeah. You're about to be a lot happier in like 8 to 12 minutes. All right, so we've gone about 2 minutes on the first side. Now we're gonna take it, we're gonna flip it. If you can try to get it on another spot, just that way it's got all this butter and everything that's been heating up around it. Oh my goodness. Look at that crust. Goodness, man. All right, so thanks for checking out the video. We would love to have you subscribe. Whether you do or not, we also want to offer a gift to you. Down below, if you look, use the promo code THANKFUL to save 15% off the website. It's www.lanesbbq.com.